Hi everyone. So we're going to be doing the Wixie presentation. Michael Zablocki here. I forgot to introduce myself.
Ashley Gudmore.
So Wixie, basically, just to give you a quick overview, is a lot like Pixie. It's a place where teachers can create assignments to give to their students, or where students can create assignments to give to their teachers. It's another really cool thing is that it's also automatically saved, and we'll show you that as we go through it. So we went to a training this summer, which was like an hour and a half training. So we're going to kind of condense this into 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, come find us. But the first place you need to go is to your BCPS1 account, log in, all that jazz. You're going to go to Learning Management, and we're just going to go in by Ashley's. You're going to select a class. So Ashley's departmentalized, so she's just going to pick her morning language arts class. I could pick my health. I could pick my science, whatever. But to find Wixie, you go all the way down, so right there, Wixie, and you, not that, sorry. Click that, and this is what your Wixie will look like. Students, we're going to talk about things. We don't really know what the student Wixie looks like, but for the most part, this is what your Wixie looks like. So once you go in, this is basically what the overview looks like, and Ashley's going to talk a little bit more about how to find stuff.
Okay, so if you want to create a brand new project, which you always have the option to do, in a little bit Michael's going to show you how you can search for projects and edit templates that already exist, which makes it a little bit easier. But if you or a student wants to create a brand new project, you would go here.
And Wixie's a little slow, so just take your time.
Yep, there's always a lag. So here's all the projects that I've currently been working on. You can filter them into folders and organize all your projects, but for right now, we're just going to talk about creating a brand new project. So these options over here are really important. Paint is kind of where you're going to find most of your tools. It's kind of like Active Inspire. The more that you play around with it, the more that you're really going to understand how to use it. So Paint houses most of, like I said, the primary tools that you're going to use, the pencil, if you want to add shapes, paint. These are the options that the students find the most entertaining. Over here in the library is where they call them stickers in Wixie. And there's tons of different folders of stickers, different animals, foods, numbers, letters, everything that you can imagine.
And they can search for it too. It's a clip art.
Right, yes, yeah, that's a great, it's definitely clip art. So here they have a webcam, which isn't going to work for us because we're on your screen right now, but if your students, once they have their devices, they can click the webcam, and we actually did this in our training. It'll take a quick kind of selfie of them, which the students really like, and then you can put it right in their, they could put it in their presentation, or you could add it to yours, which is really cool. So that's again right here in the webcam. Back to options, this is where once they add a sticker or add a shape, they can rotate it, they can change the background color. The sound is really cool if you're having the students create their own story, or maybe they're doing a math problem and they need to explain how they solved their work, or anything really that you can think of. They can record their voice and they can record it on every page. These three buttons down here are also really useful. This is always going to show you or the students what page they're working on. This is going to show you all the pages together. This is where they can add in transitions, background sounds, anything else. And then over here, if they want to watch the whole presentation, they can watch it through this once they have multiple pages. So the Wixie hand in Wixie is kind of where you always want to go to get back to where you need to be.
So like they just remember it's hands. It's somewhat hard to see, but hands means home. So we're going to go back home, and I'm going to show you, say some of you like, I don't know where to start, so I want to search for something. So the way you search for something is when you go here, you go to activities, and there's multiple ways to search. You can search by your projects. Logan Elementary, so that's our school that other teachers have put Wixies into it. Baltimore County, obviously through the whole county. The one thing that we like is the Tech for Learning. So if any of you have ever used Promethean Planet, it's basically like Promethean Planet. It opens up all these other folders. We're just going to go to Language Arts. And once you click on that, again, there's a lag. It'll come up different parts. We're going to do to reading. And then I'm going to do comprehension. So say they're all this one. Say you're doing something with abbreviations. This, you click on it and it gives you like a brief overview of what it is. And this says assign this project. We'll get to that a little bit, but this is the actions button. So when you click it, it's customize, obviously, which I'll show you in about like 13 seconds. You need to change it to make it more suitable for your children. If you just want to view the project, it just pops it up. You can't do anything. It just shows you it. Or you can assign the project. But say you're like, actually, no, this is not what I want. You go back to activities, and it pulls you back to right where this is. The really great way to search is you hit this, and you can search by standards. So I'm going to pick a subject. I'm just going to do Common Core Language Arts. I'm going to pick my grade. I'm going to select a topic. I'm just going to do Reading Foundational Skills. And then you select a subtopic. So I'm just going to do Phonics Word Recognition. I search that way. And then again, it pulls you up all of these wonderful things. I'm just going to pick this ABC. Sorry that it's highlighting. This ABC match. So again, this is what it looks like. I'm going to edit this project, and it's fine. Because say I like the template that's basically working, it's fine, but I need to change a few things. So say I want to change, instead of doing T, B, and C, I want to change something. So I have to click this. The one thing that says select object that's locked. It's just like Active Inspire. You have to unlock something to edit it. This little button, I can automatically delete it. Oop, automatically goes away. Say I didn't need to, just hit the undo button. When you click it, you can't really see, but there's the line that shows that it's there. I can delete it, and then I can just add in. Say I did T and H. So right then I'm typing it in, but that's way too small. So over here is the different fonts you can use. You have to select it. It's just like any other process, Word, anything. You have to select it. You can click it. I can choose just to do it this way because it's just faster. So there we're doing that way. Say some of these pictures. This is something that Ashley and I always forget. But this right now is protected, so the students can't mess it up. So I have to go to Edit, and it says Protect. I have to unprotect it so I can either delete it or change it. Yeah. So then basically, so I'll go say I'm going to do something okay with library, like Ashley just showed you. I'm going to sticker. I can search for, say I want to do a hippo, because I'm doing now that. I've hit this. Pictures. All I have to do is drag this right in. Then it's working. Well, I can just change it. It's just like anything else. I minimize it. It's great. It's put it right there. So what I'll do is now, so the kids can't delete it, I will go to Edit. I don't want to lock it, because if I lock it, the kids can't move it. But I'll hit Protect. So that way, they can still move it freely, but they can't delete it. Another thing is this is saved, because it's automatically saved, like I said. But say the students are working on something, and you have 13 seconds before you need to be in gym, and it hasn't saved. If this is opened, they just click it, and it automatically saves it. Ashley's going to now show you how to add some more instruction to it.
So another really cool feature of Wixie is if you are creating an assignment for the students that you're going to assign to them, and I'll show you how to assign projects in just a minute, but something else that you can do is go up here to Edit, and you can go to Instructions. You can type instructions, so we might say sort the pictures
by beginning sounds.
By the beginning sounds. Thanks, Michael. Okay, so we would have the directions there so that they could read, but you can also click sound and you can record the directions. So I would say sort the picture by the beginning sounds. And then when it shows up for the students, they can not only read it, but they can also listen to the directions. Sort the picture by the beginning sounds.
And they can do that. They can listen to it as many times as they want.
Yep.
So that's it's a great tool.
Yep. So the last thing I want to show you, or we want to show you, is really how to assign different projects to students. That's a great feature so that, you know, you might want to assign a project to a whole class, or maybe you just want to assign a project to certain students. So you would go back to the Wixie hand, like Michael told you, hand is home.
Sorg is climbing over the couch, that's why
Yes.
it's kind of
Yes.
laughing.
Okay, then we will go to activities. And here are some activities that are recently, either I've clicked them and edited them, or maybe I've created some. So here's a project right here called Beginning of Year Goals. So I would click it, and this one I thought would be great for all the students to do in the first couple weeks, and they would, you know, add their own personal goals, and then we could look at them at the end of the year. So I would click the activity. I could go over here to actions. I could go to the bottom. If I wanted to make any other changes, I could go to edit, but I would, for this point, I want to assign it, so I'm going to go to assign this project. You have to be careful because your classes from last year are still in your class list right here, so you need to make sure you're choosing the right class. So I would choose one of my language arts classes from this year. I want to assign this project to all students, so I would click all students. If it's an assignment just for a small group, maybe you would unclick this, and then you can click specific students, which is great. And then when they log in, they'll only the kids who you've checked will see the assignment. Up here at the top, this is really important. Whenever you want the assignment to start, you'll click the start date, and then whenever you want the assignment to be due, you'll click the end date. So if it's something ongoing, you can make it, you know, till January, February. But if it's something you want done by October 1st, you would just click the calendar, and you would add in that date. And then, yep, 8/18, 10/15. Okay, so then you would click save. So then this assignments page is where you can see the assignments that you've assigned to different students, and they will also have a calendar like this in their when they log on to their Wixie, so that they can see what they have due and when it's due. So we just have about 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
A couple different uses that we heard, again, like Michael told you, we went to like a 2-hour presentation on this, so there's tons to learn about Wixie.
And we ourselves are still learning.
Yes.
So we'll try to answer, but like Ashley, there's a lot of things you can do with this.
Yeah, there's just a ton, and it's challenging to know everything without seeing it from the students' view of Wixie. So we're excited to start this year and try it out and see how the students, what they get to see and what they get to do with it.
And the one thing that the presenter said to us when we went there is like, just play around with it. I know many of us have that experience with Active Inspire, and Moxie now wants to come out from under the table. But the more you play, the more you know, and that's very much like Wixie. You just have to play around with it and just have fun. So it's pretty cool.
And the presenter told us that some students in her school system had used this. You know, the first week of school, she had every one of her students make trading cards, and they took that selfie and put their picture in, and then she printed them all out and kept them on a ring for fire drills or substitutes. Another way is that, you know, if her class finished a book, or if a small group finished a book, she would say, okay, you can create any assignment that you want on Wixie that's going to show me that you understood what you read. So some chose, you know, to make a story and record their voices. Some chose to write a paragraph. Some chose to show their understanding with pictures. So there's just a ton of different uses for this program.
I also went to one thing quickly, and it was about flipping the classroom. But it was flipping inside the classroom, and the teacher uses Wixie all the time. And there's another thing that they use, which is what we're using to record so you can see what we're doing, to talk to students again, that what they can do. It's again all that student centered, and it's again assigned to each student's needs. So that's really the basis of Wixie. I don't really know.
Yes, if you have any questions, come see us and we will do our best to answer them. But like we said, the more you play around with it, you might learn things that we don't even know yet. So please feel free to share.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Sorg, our interview.
Sorg was going to interview.
Sorg is our newest Wixie user, and Sorg, we were just wondering what you think about Wixie.
Wixie is extremely user-friendly.
Thank you, and have a good day.